How I almost qualified for Worlds in my first PokemonTCG competitive season. What's going on everybody, it's Vaaraiant and welcome to another video, and today we're gonna take a look at a full season recap of how I actually got introduced into the game and to actually competing at locals, regionals and UAC, and just missing out on Worlds. Had I started earlier, that dream might have been possible, but yeah, right now it didn't work out, so yeah, we're gonna try to be in top 125 next season. So yeah, without further ado, let's just crack on. I first got introduced into the game as one of my friends brought home the Battle Academy, and so we started playing. And you must know, up to that point I've never played any competitive card games, you know, like only Uno, like, you know, party card games, right? So I immediately got hooked. And so, like, it probably wasn't even a week when I went to buy myself, like, a new deck, right? I'm gonna start doing this properly. Bought myself a Mewtwo battle deck, right? The league battle decks you can get in the store. And of course I played that to a few locals, like, not tournaments, just hanging out on Wednesdays at TCG Park. And yeah, of course I immediately got trashed with that, so then I looked up at the competitive scene, saw that Mew VMAX is a good deck and you could actually buy that League Battle deck. And since Mew is my favorite Pokemon, it was like perfect fusion. I decided to grab that, and of course then I found out about Card Market as well, where you can buy or sell your cards online. And of course I bought some cards for the Mew VMAX deck, and off I went to my first challenge. And so, as you can see, it was 26th of August where I played my first official PokemonTCG game, like in any context. And yeah, of course, I got absolutely trashed, finishing in 10th place. But just like 14 days later, there was a cup in TCG Park in Ljubljana. And yeah, sadly I didn't make it up into top 4. I think I just missed out. But yeah, it was a nice experience to play in Slovenia. So after that, there were like a few back-to-back cups. We went to Fantasylandia in Trieste and King of Games, where I didn't get any results, just trying to get a good experience, learn many new things, and yeah, of course, that helped me to be better. And there came challenges in TCG Park where in September I didn't do well, but I won the first one in October, so I went undefeated, 3-0-1. Yeah, that was like probably the best achievement up to that point. Of course, it was still early in the season for me, but yeah, it was great to feel on the horse. And like 14 days later, we went to Udine back-to-back on Saturday and Sunday, and I placed in top 4 on Saturday in King of Games. I lost the semi-final against Kim Pobega, and I like completely sucked next day in the cup, so I played challenge where I finished 3rd. So I got CP from the first weekend, which is not too shabby. Then in November I basically only had one weekend, which was not a bad weekend. I played in a challenge in Ljubljana in TCG Park where I finished 3rd and got points for the Store Championship as well. And next day I went to a cup in Trieste where I finished 5th. Just losing the first game in the quarterfinals, but because I lost to the winner, I finished on the top side of the bracket, which means 5th place instead of 8th. So yeah, December was nothing too special, just 3 events. First top 4 at a challenge in TCG Park, and then of course Cup, where it matters the most. I lost the winning in, I think. And then in challenge in Fantasylandia I got 4th again out of 22 players, so CP then again. And yeah, I am that into Pokemon that I went to play a challenge in another country a day before New Year. So that tells you about my dedication to Pokemon TCG. And then of course with the New Year, I went to a cup, didn't do well. It was basically almost nearing the end of Mew with many Charizards, and I think Roaring Moon came out with January, if I'm not sure, if I'm not 100% sure, or did it came earlier? No, it was earlier, but nonetheless, yeah, it was a lot of dark type decked, decks outside, so it wasn't really comfortable to be a Mew player, but I still went through it. I really love the decks, so I enjoyed playing it more, trying to figure out the bad matchups while playing them, rather than to just pick an anti-meta deck and just go with that, for example. So yeah, and it paid off. I got points later at the challenge in Arcana, not the first one, but at the second one. There were 2 in the same day. Of course, one in another store. And then basically I did a streak of 3 big events without playing at any locals. So first, it was my first regional, which was such an amazing experience. It was Liverpool on 27th of January. Of course, we stayed there a bit longer, and yeah, a good experience. I didn't get any CP, but really amazing overall. And then I went to play at another regionals in Dortmund, and this time I actually managed to finish top 512, which got me CP, and with Mew that was not a bad achievement. I think I beat Alberto Conti that day, Theo Germont. There was like, these are some other players. I played against Brian De Vries. So yeah, many good players I played against in a long season. That is behind me, I can say now. Yeah, there I went straight to Utrecht, where I finished top 256, like even getting more points, well, 10 more points, but to me that meant a lot, finishing like almost 100 places better than in the previous regional. Yes, the skill might be a little bit lower because it's a special event, but nonetheless, we also had an achievement of Marcel making it into day 2. That was the first Slovenian day 2 in a modern era, so congrats to Marcel as well. But he did not stay the only one, and we will come to that at the end, of course. And then yeah, with March, I really started to grind it. Cups, challenges, everywhere. TCG Park, Fantasylandia, King of Games, even in Pordenone, name it. Basically what was near, I was there almost everything. Well, I did have to miss out some, but well, I tried to be everywhere, and it paid off. I retired Mew in Utrecht, and I started playing Guardi for like the last month and so of the rotation, and yeah, it paid off. I got points from like I think almost half of these events that I had been to. And with Guardi, so I was really nice. It was a good meta call as well, and I really enjoyed the deck. And then it was the UAC, and I played Raging Bull's Handy Sharks. And nobody believed in me and in that deck, and I managed to prove them wrong. I finished top 1000, which I know it's not a good result, but like there were 3,100 players at the UAC, so it's still the best third if you look at it. And yeah, I got points at the UAC with Raging Bulls and Handy Sharks, so amazing. Yeah. And next up, after UAC, I played Raging Bull at TCG Park. Didn't do well at a cup, and then I played it next day in Udine. Again, I think I just finished like, what, 6th? So, like I was, no more Raging Bulls, Handy Sharks, F that, change the decks. So, I was like, what do I wanna play? F it, Giratina. Never played a deck in my life. Okay, yeah, I played it with Mew against it like for a million times, but it doesn't matter if you don't play the deck. And I was like, you, friend, give me the deck list. You, another friend, please lend me the deck. So I mushed that together, I copy my friend's deck list, and we go to play the challenge. And then in the challenge, first round, I get that friend, Bert, whose deck list I copied. The match, where we played best of 1, and I end up winning, which was like really a crazy experience for me, and like that was the moment I really started to enjoy the deck furthermore. Because up until that point I was like, Giratina this, Lozum this, shit, no, we don't like that, because I was writing Mew, like I was anti-Lozum pretty much up until that point. And now playing Lozone, yeah, of course you're not really enjoying most of the time when you play, because you're making hard decisions, it's tiring, sometimes the flower selectings are not kind to you, but you manage with that. But it's still amazing to play, and yeah, for not to dabble on too much, I finished 3rd in that event, so yeah, it was a great experience, and I really managed to pop off with the deck I played for the first time. And then there came the run, as you can see, of the Giratina, the reign of Giratina, which I still have to make a deck list about, deck profile. I'll put that next up on my channel, because now with the meta shifting, having a lot of Lugia, having a lot of Guardy, there's some special text you might include in your Lost Zone Giratinas. And yeah, I will let you know everything about that in a deck profile I will come soon on the channel. So yeah, after that weekend, I basically got points the next weekend as well with Giratina. Just missed out on points 14 days later from that event. And then in TCG Park I finished 8th, no points because there were so many players. So yeah, after that I participated in the penultimate regional of the season, for me at least. People in NAs, you could still participate, they had more regionals, well, after Bologna of course. Yeah, I went to Stockholm, never visited Sweden before, it was an amazing experience, and of course I got my best result up until that point there as well. So as you can see, when I will go to just the overview of the regionals and special events, I did actually improve like on every regional, which is a great, how would you say, an indicator of improvement. You will see at the places. It does not tell you everything, of course, about it, but it's a nice way to look at it overall of the season, when you look back at it and you see that you did better at every event. And yeah, I got top 256 in Stockholm with Giratina, and then there was a cup in TCG Park, we finished 2nd, just lost to Pinko. Went to Pordenone where I finished 3rd, and yeah. Basically, then we came to the last regional of the season, which was Bologna. And in Bologna, I managed to actually get day 2, and it was my first day 2. Me, Carolina, and Matitz also made it to day 2, and so it was for what am I showing? 3 Slovenians in day 2 at Bologna, and 4 Slovenians in the season in day 2. So overall, a great achievement for our country as well, looking at it that way. And then there was just a cup in TCG Park, the last cup of the season before the Invitational in the store, and the challenge, of course. After that, I didn't manage to get into top 4 because I tied the last round instead of winning it. It was basically the winning it. And then I went to play challenges for fun, and I finished 2nd. And yeah, here you can see how much basically it cost to attend all these events throughout the season, and which decks I used. As you can see, most prominently I used Mew, and basically I was at 40 events this season, used Mew at half of them. So it's really nice to look at it. So yeah, what I wanted to say was, if I go to the big events, so I actually managed to rack up 170 points from the regionals and special events and EYC. And as you can see, I didn't get any points in Liverpool, finishing 600 something, and then Dortmund 400 something, Utrecht 200 something. Okay, USD, we don't talk about it. Then Stockholm, it was basically 200, and then Bologna 86th place. So amazing. Giratina twice, Mew once, and yeah, Raging Ball Centers. I never took a Guardy to any big events. It was just like the, how would you say it? It was the summer fling that we had. It was the spring fling, we could call it, yeah, because it was in March, so it was a spring fling with Guardy. And here's my overview as well of the TCG Park season, where I managed to finish in 4th place. So I got a spot at the Invitational tournament, where we will crown the store champion for the 2024 season. And yeah, I can't wait. We play on 7th of... No, we play on 6th of July. So I will make a vlog. I'll make a like, not the shorts, but the big vlog, but not 20-minute vlog of that event as well. And we'll have other players in it as well to spice up the video. And yeah, this is my tally of the points. I think most points I got Pinko was 150, so we were not too far off. And yeah, here is also the overview of the CP, how I achieved it throughout the season, if you want to take a quick look at it. And that's basically it for the video. And oh yeah, what I also want to mention was Pokemon has really changed my life throughout the last year. I've traveled a lot, I've met many new people, I've got many new inspirations. I want to do more. I want to be the best Pokemon TCG player. I know that's a cliche to say, but yeah, we're gonna work up onto that. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will keep recording my progress and take you guys on the journey with me. And thanks everybody for watching. I hope you have the best time like I had this year. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video and see you next time. And goodbye.